Okay, folks, welcome back to Airships Conquer the Skies. We have just taken Sigun over here, and we've got a little defensive doohickey in there, which appears to be rebuilding underground. I feel like that's wrong, so I'm just gonna put it right there. We've got our little fleet here. We do need to repair our flying box and such. But for right now, we kind of need them to sit here and wait. Or the immoderate, rather. We need to repair the immoderate, I think. Or is that just how it is? It might just be how it is. In any case, I'm feeling like we might be able to attack Ummerbund here. So I think that's what we're going to do. Invade Ummerbund, please. Let's see how this one goes. So they've got two defensive structures. One of which has rockets, and one of which just has rifles. We should be able to take this out, I think. We've got the high altitude flying box, we've got the lower altitude moderate, and then we've got our two tanks, one with the grand cannon. So let's start the battle, and we will pause immediately. All of you guys are on aimed fire, right? Yes, good. You, sir, should fly. And you should fly over behind and flip, because what we want to duck you down back here where you could be hit by fewer rockets, I think. Actually, to be honest, since you're on aimed fire, what we actually want is to bring you down. How do I cancel that order? Maybe I can't. Okay, I need to re-give it an order. I need to stay back, actually, so that the rockets can't hit us. We far outclass the enemy, victory shall be ours. Yep, that's great. Move back down that way, please. This guy can advance to get his guns into play. You should drop down a little bit. And you should advance just so you can bring the grand cannon into play, I think. There, that's right. The grand cannon is firing. Excellent, good shot. I love that grand cannon. I'm sorry, it's so fantastic. I love it as a siege weapon. Also, the tremble is interesting. Brutal takeover, please. And let's speed things up a little bit. Okay, so we've got a brutal takeover on Ummerbund. We need to build some defenses. That I think we can just scrap. Yes. The rocket tower is fine. Like, rocket towers are perfectly valid defenses. I don't think I have the money for my little watchful redoubt, and also I need to redesign that. So let's wait just a little bit, and we will redesign our defensive structures. Build up a little bit of cash. Okay, we've got a little bit of cash built up. Let's design a new defensive structure, shall we? Because I think we need one. Given that we have new weapons. We're actually about to get new weapons, so maybe I'll just wait. I clicked the wrong button. Stop that. I'm going to wait until my research is finished, because that research should give me turrets. In the meantime, this guy can just, these guys can continue taking little towns. This will be exactly the same. I don't think anybody actually needs to move here. We're just going to bombard them from long range. Yep, they surrendered. Excellent. Gentle takeover there, since it's a small town. Invade. Come on down. Start shooting at them quickly. Excellent. Surrender. Gentle takeover. Pause. Aha. No, I need. Okay, let's select research. So we've got turrets now. We've got turrets. We've got heavy cannons. Or can we research heavy cannons? We can research heavy cannons, I think. No, we've got heavy cannons and fortifications. We've got that whole line. Heavy turrets would be nice. Computers would be nice. But let's start getting some basic utility stuff first. Let's grab fire extinguishers. Pause. With turrets, our design philosophy can now change, because now we have the ability to put actual heavy weapons that aim up and down. So let's design defenses. We're going to design a building. You can see here under the weapons, now we have the dorsal turret, and I think we also should also have a ventral turret. Yes, so now we also have the ventral turret. So wide field of fire, high piercing damage. It takes more crew to operate, and I think it takes longer to fire than a cannon. Slightly longer to fire than a cannon, but does more damage. Fire arc of 70 degrees. The turrets have a fire arc of 170 degrees, so very, very solid weapons. So what we're going to do is build a bunker centered around a single dorsal turret. We're going to need an ammo store, obviously. We're going to want a barracks. We're going to want a bridge, or possibly a cockpit, but let's say a bridge for now. We're going to want a fire point. And we're going to need our dorsal turret. Where did it go? Dorsal turret. So right like that. Now, you can only have really one, because it has to have clear fields of fire on all sides. So it has to kind of go on the top, and like I said, you can't have more than one of these things. We can put a dorsal turret up there. We can put a guard barracks in between, so that the place has some guards. And we can then put a forward-firing weapon and a rear-firing weapon, just to ensure that we're defended against things that aren't airships, because the dorsal turret, especially when it's up like this, can only really shoot at airships. So we're going to want a Gatling gun there, and a Gatling gun there, I think. And can we move this turret to be like... We're one wider than I would like to be because it's not central. It's not centered. Unfortunately. Well, we'll just fill that spot with a corridor. Like that. And there. That actually gives us a functional vessel. Aha! We can move out. We can space ourselves out because we need a steel supply hatch. There. And then we can just fill the other space. Just for the sake of symmetricality, we can fill the rest of that space with corridor. Actually, corridor with ladder, just to make it easy to move around. There we go. So, little bunker, costs less than 400. It has a heavy dorsal turret, which will enable us to fight back against bombers and high-altitude attackers. And it has Gatling guns, which we can use to rip apart... well, that was a mistake. Why are those just... Okay, never mind me. I'm still... Look, I haven't played this game in, like, 4 days. I'm still... I've forgotten my buttons. I think that gives us good coverage, and that's fairly spammable. Like I said, it only costs less than 400, and its maintenance cost is 3. So I could afford to put, like, 2 of these on every village, and it would be fine. Now, the Gatling guns don't have the highest range, because their maximum accurate range is 142 meters. Potentially I could replace them with something longer ranged. I don't know that I have longer ranged side guns that have, like, wide arc of fire at the moment. I mean, grape shot cannons, I suppose. But grape shot cannons honestly are much less effective than Gatling guns, seems like. It seems like Gatling guns are pretty darn effective just because they shoot so much. I think this will be fine. However, I also think that I should probably move the fire point one step in. Tell you what, let's move the fire point in like that. Let's put the hatch there. And yeah, just put that corridor in. Okay, we're going to save this design. And we're going to save it as the... I mean, watchful turret actually works pretty well. Let's save it as the... Is it watchful turret? Yeah, that's fine. It'll be the watchful turret. Great. It can't be placed there, unfortunately, it looks like. So why can't it be placed there? It can be placed there. So let's build one. That will help defend the rocket turret and provide anti-air fire. So build that. And we will leave. We'll also build one of those in each of our other places once we take them over. Dingleton. Does Dingleton have defenses? Need to check that. Move that back there. Dingleton's got okay defenses. It could probably use a watchful turret, though, because this one... I feel like this building is actually fairly useless just because it's so one-sided. Like, things will just fly over it. Guaranteed. We can cover for that somewhat by putting them real close to each other. Black Spire. Does Black Spire have defenses? Black Spire does have defenses. That's fine. Vaxenford. Vaxenford has a tiny shred of defenses. We're actually just going to scrap that. And we will build a watchful turret here. Actually, I might build 2. Why don't I build... I'm going to see how effective 2 watchful turrets is at covering each other. Because the goal is, of course, that they cover each other. Ionesco has got 1 structure there, and we will also build a watchful turret. And then, I really need to check the defenses of Perfidious Albion. It has 2, yeah, because that thing is, like, practically worthless. I'm just going to scrap that, to be honest. The Vigilant Rampart, so I don't have to, like, deal with it. And put a watchful turret back there. I think that'll be good. Okay. So we're down to 107 bucks. This little fleet's been doing really well for us so far. 1 centipede, 1 Brobding. The Brobding Neg is doing most of the lifting, I think. Most of the heavy lifting, as it were. Let's go take Crocum Ferrum. Or where can you... Yeah, move to Fructopolis. I know I'm keeping it slow, but that's because I'm about to be attacked. Yeah, I'm being attacked here, where I have no defenses whatsoever, and they are bringing 2 high-altitude ships. So that's fine. Just make them come in here and bomb it. Or board it. Yep. Bombs away. There we go. Okay. So I've lost the town. Great. That honestly isn't much of a problem. Why can't you move anywhere from Fructopolis? Okay. Now, I want you to invade Crocum Ferrum. While you're doing that, we are going to send this centipede to... I really wish it would let you click, like, multiple paths away. Oh, you guys are also invading Crocum Ferrum. Huh, funny. And over here, we need to wait a little bit. Can I design a super cheap land ship? Just a super cheap little mobile doohickey, like set of tracks, small coal, small ammo, and 1 gun. A couple of berths. Berth right there, berth right there. Gonna need a hatch, obviously. Heavy cannon is too expensive. Heavy cannons are very powerful. I like them, but they're very expensive. Like, a heavy cannon does, you know, 120 damage versus the Imperial cannon's 400. And it fires faster and takes less ammo. Could I potentially put a turret on this, or should I just put deck guns on? If I put a deck gun on right there, I could put 2 deck guns on. If I put 2 deck guns on, then I need another berth. I need another couple berths, actually. 2 berths and a cockpit. And then it needs a supply hatch. Can I move that forward? Like, that's a totally functional little tank. If I put steel armor on it, how expensive is it? 400? The wooden armor, it's only 330. Let me see if I can strip that down just a tiny little bit more, because deck guns are... I have harpoon guns. Cool. A cannon is 79. What's a deck gun again? A deck gun is 80. Okay, so they're about the same. I could take that deck gun off, replace it with a cannon. Because I don't need everything to be... Because the cannon hits very slightly harder. It doesn't fire as quickly, though, and it doesn't have a 2-round clip. Slightly longer range. Like, for siege purposes. Actually, 1 second. I want this ship purely for siege purposes. Purely to, like, move in and retake conquered locations. So actually what I want is 1 heavy cannon. Like, that's actually what I want. Is just a single heavy cannon. Like that. And I have more crew than I need. So I can take that down. That cuts down my recommended crew. Put that up like that, put that there. Now it costs 469. And I think this will do. Brick wall, weight 45. HP 30. Oh, it doesn't have any absorption at all. Stone wall has... that puts me over my weight, unfortunately. What if I gave it massive stone wall? I don't think so. But to be honest, I don't need anything expensive on it. Like, this is, like I said, this is a siege weapon. It's not designed to be real tough. If I fill it with steel wall, absorbs 5 blast, 3 pierce, 1 blast, 3 pierce. Yeah, this is literally just like a crawl bunker. And then I probably should give it like 1 rear-facing weapon just in case. Of some kind, so I'll probably put a rifle on the back. Like that. And it's less than 500 for a heavy cannon. So I feel like this could probably work pretty well as a siege weapon. Give it steel armor. Makes it 600 though. No, don't give it steel armor. Give it wooden armor. Maybe reinforced wooden armor? It's heavier but slightly cheaper. Steel armor would be an extra 40. Yeah, give it reinforced wooden armor. And we will name this the Glorified Pillbox. Great. Save that bad boy. So for 574, we get a heavy cannon. Basically, if it's on tracks, we can send it out to retake places that have been conquered. It's relatively cheap and easy, and it'll be fine. And we're being attacked down here as well. We don't have our defenses finished, but they've only got 1 guy with a balloon. So I feel like I can take him. Go to aimed fire, please. Because all we have to do is kill the balloon. And the balloons are not well defended. Yep, there's the balloon going. Balloon's going down. I think we win this one. I think we win this one based purely off the weakness of balloons. Oh, he's done quite a bit of damage, but yeah, he's exploding pretty bad. And he's about to... there we go. Now the cannons can fire at him. Now he's done for sure. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Just what I wanted. I am not scared of these balloon ships. Like, I'm really, really not scared of them. Repair that, leave. This little fleet. Yeah, invade Kirkham Ferrum. And you're there, so now you need to invade Ungrashson. And retake it for the glory of the motherland. Since they shouldn't have defenses here yet. Yeah, they don't have defenses here yet, so... Victory! Yay! They have a they have a tiny little piece of building deep in the ground. Deep in the ground. Gentle takeover. And they're actually going to get to Kirkham Ferrum first, so... We now have to fight against these guys as well as these guys, but those are just rifle bunkers. Nobody cares about them. We're going to leave him up front. We're going to move him back so that I can use those deck guns. Or that deck gun, rather. And these guys we're also going to move way, way back. Way in the back. Way in the back so that they can fire on the enemy. Pause. You need to target him. And you need to target him. And you need to target, yep, you guessed it, him. And you need to move, like, there. Okay. They are going to drop some bombs. We might lose the, ground war here. Alright, Brobdingnag, back up, back up, back up. Yep, back, keep backing, keep backing. You need to move and flip. please get him in the arc of something. Get him in the arc of something. All right. Target him. Move down. If we can save the Brobdingnag. Moon flip. The Brobdingnag is doing an astoundingly good job of dodging bombs. Target, 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 target. Yep, get out of the way of those bombs. Come on. Get him. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're doing... Oh. We got him. We got him. We got him. The bomb bays are gone. Excellent. Excellent. Gentle takeover. Let's pause. Send a spy to Catbridge. And we should be able to build a glorified pillbox in just a moment, or a few of them, actually. Okay, excellent. Let's, nope, not design a land ship. Let's build a land ship. We're going to build a couple glorified pillboxes here. Just one to start off with. Altinzal and Klün have joined an alliance. Ah, over here. Altinzal and Klün. That's fine. They can do that. There's a land ship down there. Catbridge, I can't see what they have yet. But I would love to. Let's view the city. Okay, so they've got 1 rocket and 3 rifle pillboxes. Oh, that's fine. We can take them. We can absolutely take them. Just based off the strength of the Brobdingnag. So let's invade Catbridge. Get us a little bit more income here. If I go to severe, secret police does that? That kills my income pretty bad, to be honest. Perfidious Albion is building the Centipede. And that Centipede does need to repair, I think. Get its gun back. This Centipede, I feel like, could probably launch a successful invasion of somewhere, like Eumorphia. Invade Eumorphia. See what's there. See what we can do. Okay, and what do they have? Ooh, they have a tall, interesting-looking turret based off of with a tall, interesting-looking, very unarmed turret based off of a precarious-looking assemblage of strats. That seems unwise. Go to aimed mode, please. And advance. Yep, now we're getting some hits. Advance to bring the Gatling gun online. There we go. Doing a little bit of damage now. Our ammo is going down and we're not doing a ton of damage, it looks like. Oh, we're doing some damage. We're cutting through the armor. We've lost quite a bit of our crew, though. Overall, I'm very satisfied with the performance of these mini tanks, though. Like, they do work. We appear to have lost our top gun. That's okay. Excellent. I'll pause. Gentle takeover. And yeah, they auto-repair that. We could also invade Iz. But first, let's see the battle at Catbridge. Oh, excellent. Good. We've got fire extinguishers. Fire extinguishers are fantastic. I'm not too fussed about boarding, although 20% cannon reload time would be fantastic. Or cannons not exploding. That would also be fantastic. So we might want to go down that line. But first, let's get rockets. And let's assault Catbridge. Because everyone knows I love assaulting things. And we're just going to sit here and shoot our guns And yeah, the enemy is hiding in the fog, but really who cares, you know? When you can fire Imperial cannons at them, like, does it really matter? We're putting out a lot of firepower. Let me move these guys up just a little tiny bit. Please don't. Please don't do that. Yep, the Imperial cannon is definitely doing its work. Well, it missed that time, but you know what I mean. However, I am going to stagger these guys just slightly so that if one happens to fall... Never mind. I was about to say I'm going to stagger these just slightly so if one happens to fall, it won't fall on top of the other, but it wasn't actually relevant. And we're going to build a second glorified pillbox because we have the money for it. Fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. Let's put it in fast forward real quick. Okay, so Gomdat's been taken over. The glorified pillbox cannot fight airships. The centipede, however, can. So let's get the centipede down that way. And send it to Gomdat. Meanwhile, down at Catbridge, we need to build some defenses. Scrap. Yep, scrap the watchful turret. Scrap that thing. And we will build a watchful turret there. And we will build a watchful turret there. Having lots of guns is good, but honestly, I feel like having lots of guns is a lot better on multiple sources, multiple, you know, gun mounts. Can we make it up? Oh, what do they got? Okay, what do they got? They have got dragon riders. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, move to Perfidious Albion. Okay. So, dragon riders, huh? Dragon riders are very fast. Dragon riders are tough to kill. I am not a fan of them having dragon riders, and me not. I'm gonna have to do something about that. I need to invade Dagger Guild is what I need to do first. And in Ungrashzun, I need to build... Scrap that. I need to build a watchful turret as well. And those are pirates coming to Dagger Guild, which I'm about to attack. Okay, we're taking the place over. So, they're moving to raid one of our cities. I don't really care about Dagger Guild, though, so that's fine. I'm just going to let them raid it, I guess. But I do care about this fleet in Gomdat. Send a spy, real quick. And Perfidious Albion needs to start building ships. I need to design a ship that uses turrets, because turrets are a really, really useful tactic. At some point, I should probably build a Grand Cannon ship, too, just for the sheer hilarity of it all. Let's actually go into, ship design real quick. Alright, so, we want a ship that has a lot of flexibility. And in particular, we want a ship that can shoot at things above it. So for that, we want a dorsal turret. We want deck guns. So we'll want a dorsal turret. We'll want a deck gun. Possibly two. Let's actually, since it's a ship, all of its guns can be pointed forward. That's fine. But so we've got the dorsal turret. We've got a deck gun. We could also put a ventral turret on it, which would, of course, enable it to successfully bombard things on land below it. Actually, if this is going to be like a powerful siege ship, we can also put a heavy cannon on the front. So now we have quite a bit of firepower that can shoot forward. Let's start with that. Then, of course, we are going to need coal and ammunition, and we're going to need propulsion. For propulsion, a large propeller would be the thing, because that's 80 propulsion for 68. That's 270 propulsion for slightly over twice the cost. That would be fine. We're also going to need suspendium. Suspendium chambers. I don't have large. It's probably going to need 2 suspendium chambers. I'm just going to assume that it's going to need 2 suspendium chambers, and of course it's going to need coal. Because suspendium chambers require 3 coal a minute, and the large propeller requires about 4 coal a minute. Let's bump all that up just a little bit, put that right there. Coal stores are going to be staggered down, and we're going to have 2. And we're going to have fire extinguishers on the ladders, like that. That will also enable us to actually put a fire extinguisher right there. And what that means is that we can afford to put some crew right between them. Or a guard barracks, but I think probably crew. Where's crew? Crew, come to me. Quarters. Crew quarters. Excellent. And that can be a supply hatch, I guess. Put a supply hatch there. Okay. So, we've got all these guns. We need ammunition. And we need a bridge. Let's move that space 1 forward so we can put a bridge right there. We don't need fire points because we have fire extinguishers. We could use a crow's nest. But of course that's going to... I hate... Left-clicking just removes them. There's no... there's no nothing. They're just removed. Dorsal turret there. And I can't use a crow's nest because I have a dorsal turret. And the crow's nest has to be above everything. So... this heavy cannon can be like that. We've got the bridge. We've got coal. We can actually maybe put some of the coal... no. Because we need ammo. We can put an ammo store. Just like that, I guess? Let's put the ammo store there. We'll put another fire extinguisher there. The dorsal turret, in order to get to the dorsal turret, I hate the fact that I can do that without thinking about it. It's really so very extremely annoying. The dorsal turret needs something to go up to it. So tell you what, actually move that one forward. Put the dorsal turret there. And we will place a guard post right there next to the bridge. Nope, not that. We'll place a berth right there next to the bridge because it has a ladder going upwards. Berth. There we go. And then, so that has... we've got 100 ammunition, 3 guns total. I do like the deck guns. They're easy to destroy is the only thing about them, but they put out a lot of damage. I might, however, replace that deck gun with a Gatling gun. An underslung Gatling gun. Or just add an underslung Gatling gun. Like a coax. That'd be kind of neat. I think I can make this ship shorter. I really think I can. If we put the coal... I don't want to have the coal right next to the ammunition, but I could put the coal there. Move the fire extinguisher down 1. Have this coal there. Have the large propeller. Move the suspendium chamber down. Have the large propeller... move that out of the way. Move the fire extinguisher. Have the large propeller there. The fire extinguisher there. What's my water look like? Okay, everything's got water. I only have 18 water. So I could use 1 more fire extinguisher somewhere. That can be put right there. We will need more supply, of course. We also need more crew, so in that 3 wide spot that I have, we can put another quarters. And we can put... let's mount a telescope right there. So that gives us better aim. And we're definitely gonna give this whole baby steel armor. So we're up to 2,000. So this is a pretty expensive ship at the moment, which is still okay, to be honest. Surface ceiling 102, that's not awful. Could maybe go for another suspendium chamber somewhere. And we might be able to get it, actually, if we put another berth right there and take that out. And put a suspendium chamber there. Then we're alternating suspendium chambers and coal, so we're basically alternating explosives. That's less than ideal. Move back one space. One space longer. Then we can fit the quarters there. We can kill that berth. We don't need these two berths at that point. Well, we need that one for... So the bridge can move forward. The ammo store can only move forward. Can't move forward because of the fire extinguisher. And we need the ladder. That's why I had that there. That's right. So fire extinguisher there. Berth. There. Corridor with ladder there. Beneath that berth, let's actually move that quarters down. And we will place a guard barracks. Because being boarded would suck with this ship. Large propeller can move forward. We will put another fire extinguisher, because we've got a fire extinguisher there, right? Let's move the coal there, put another fire extinguisher there. And a corridor with ladder there. And we need more supply hatches, actually, so remove that, and we'll put in another supply hatch. Not a wooden supply hatch, a steel supply hatch. Like that. 2100 and ugly as sin, but it functions. Its service ceiling is pretty low. 93 meters, speed 116. Reinforced wooden armor lowers the service ceiling. Regular wooden armor raises the service ceiling significantly, but that's bad. Definitely want steel armor. The only way I can think of to raise the service ceiling would obviously be to slap another suspendium chamber in it. Could I do that? I could cut down the coal, because let me think. Right now I have 100 coal, and I'm using 3, 6, and that's about 4. So I'm using about 10 a minute. So if I cut it down to 50 coal, I only get 5 minutes of flight time. What if, tell you what if I take that coal store out? Put in a small coal store, because I don't think I need 2 full coal stores. And if I put in a small coal store there, that gives me 62 coal, which is more than 6 minutes of flight time. And then... Actually, let me see if there's another place I can put that. Because it's too wide. I can put that there. Fire extinguisher, supply hatch. Then I can put in another suspendium chamber if I move the quarters and the guard barracks. Right there. That leaves this Gatling gun without a path to it. So we can put the Gatling gun there, and then we can put a corridor with ladder right in there and right in there. And we're solid. It's a little bit more expensive, but now we have a service ceiling of 162, which is fairly respectable. I mean, a lot of this ship's guns are focused more or less upward, so it can fight things that are above it pretty effectively. So I guess actually I just kind of wasted my time with that, because I don't need the height. I really don't. So what I can do is I can take that out. Might be able to shorten the whole ship some. Get the heavy cannons there. If we take that out, Put the fire extinguisher there, move the heavy cannon back. Telescope. Gatling gun. Yeah, that doesn't hurt us at all, actually. That's fine. We still have slightly over the recommended crew. We can put the telescope one further out, and we can put in one more berth, just to make sure we have a little bit of extra. Just to be absolutely certain that we're not going to run very quickly short of crew. Where'd my berths go? There they are, berth. Okay, put the berth in. Yeah, I think that would work pretty well. Now, the only question is, what about hit points? Heavy cannon could use a little bit more. Obviously, the dorsal turret can't have more than what it has, because it can't be surrounded on 3 sides. And I've got a quarters, I've got a guard barracks. I could maybe use another guard barracks, since, after all, I'm sure I'm gonna be invaded on this thing. So if we move those out, then I could put a second guard barracks in. Right there. Like that. And then in those 2 spaces, I can fit... what? Water overlays. Fine. I could put another fire extinguisher down there. Ammunition, fine. Coal, fine. Explosion damage, oof, high. Obviously. I can put one more fire extinguisher in, just to make absolutely hunky-dory certain. We have water, and then I can put in a corridor with ladder right there for maximum mobility. Okay, great. And this shall be the... what name should I give this ship? Wow, this episode's run a little bit long because I've been working on this. Ooh, baby. Let's name this one the Brick of Peace. There we go. Because, I mean, that's what it is. It's a brick. It's a giant brick studded with guns. It's the Brick of Peace. Okay, we're going to save that design. That's good. As the Brick of Peace. Yes, thank you. Great. Alright, I think that's all the time that we have for this episode for today. But next episode, we will definitely construct a Brick of Peace. Probably in Catbridge, which actually has our biggest shipyard. And I'm going to try to wipe out these guys, Cool Road, because they are being a little bit of a nuisance. Would also like to take out Arctum, so I'm going to send a spy to them. And that is going to be the end of that for this turn. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next episode, where our conquest of the world will continue apace. So far, we seem to be doing really well. The Imperial cannon on the land ship works extremely well. I think heavy cannons will also work well, so I'll probably design, at some point as my income goes up, I'll design just an enormous land crawler studded with heavy cannons and turrets and all kinds of cool stuff. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.